Alright, do-it-yourselfers, I'm going to show you how to bleed your brakes by yourself really quick, really simple. For the most part, all you need is your wrench that's going to fit your bleeder plug. Make sure that it's the right size, it's broke loose, all that stuff. If it's well maintained, it shouldn't be no problem breaking it loose. This case, mine's going to be at their 8 cents. I'm using a basic little Hyper Tough wrench. Now, these I made myself, alright? They're shaped a specific way by the measurements, and that goes around the pedal right there. I made it a little bit thick, that way it would hold to it pretty good. As you can see right here, it's for solo brake bleeding. Pedal top, pedal bottom, seat right there, solo brake bleeding. That's for little vehicles, and then this one is for much bigger vehicles like trucks and whatnot for solo brake bleeding. And if you don't want to make a mess, you can always just get yourself a basic little hose and any type of bottle that you can put over top of your bleeder plug. That way it runs it right into the bottle. Or you can even pour all your brake fluid into the bottle, just make sure it's clean, and then you can sit there and pump the brakes back and forth. While the brake fluid is here, it'll be pushing the air out and the brake fluid through the line, but it'll be sucking up new brake fluid back into the system while it gets the air out. There's other videos here on YouTube. I'll post some in the link in the description box below, and eventually I'll make my own videos of that. But for right now, I'm just going to show you how, this is your basics of bleeding your brakes. Now, if you don't care making a mess, depending on where you're at, which I don't recommend, you can always just put your actual wrenches on there, reach over your wheel without even opening it up, taking the wheel off, put that on there, and then you can pump the brakes with this, run back there, put your arm behind your wheel, loosen it up, especially if it's Ford F-150 truck, 2003 model, I believe this is. Now here is the basics of it. That goes over the pedal, this goes over the seat. You pump it, you push it in between the seat here, and it holds the brake for you while you go back there and bleed it. Then all you gotta do is reach your arm back behind here and put your wrench on. As I will show you, going over the tire, right there is the wrench, and it is on the bleeder plug. So all I gotta do is pump the brakes, put that wood in place up against the seat, adjust the seat, come back here, open it up, shut it, go do it again. Or as you can see here, I went ahead and put the boxed in wrench around the bleeder plug, and I hooked the hose up to the container. So all I've got to do is reach in here, crank it open, shut it, go pump the brakes, come back, do it again until it's bled properly, and then go to the next. Of course, with the vehicle running, you take it, you pump your brakes 3 to 5 times, and then you slide it right under the seat like so, and it's holding brake pressure. Then you reach your hand back here, crack open your bleeder, you tighten it back up, and you go do it again. And then of course you're going to want to check your brake fluid level and add some brake fluid, .3 in this case. Make sure that it does not run dry, or it will cause you all kinds of problems. You have to bleed the whole system. And now of course you got to go from the front closest all the way to the furthest away as you're doing the brake lines if you're going to have to bleed the entire system. But this is just a basic way right here as to how I do it sometimes on the go. Quick mobile mechanic brake job bleed. Always dispose of your brake fluid in a proper container. Don't pour it down the streets. Don't pour it into the streams, the water system, stuff of that nature. Bad for the environment. But this particular piece of wood right here, this ain't going to cost nobody much. This is just a piece of pallet wood. I took it, I got a pallet, cut it up. I measured the length, what I estimated might fit a big size truck, or in that case, a smaller size vehicle. And I cut out the little notches. As you can see, this part broke off for me, but it goes over the pedal so you can pump it back and forth, and you wedge it between the seat, and it works perfectly fine every time. As you can see, this is the smaller version that I use on cars and some smaller vans, depending on the seat, how far a seat goes up in your vehicle, depends on what you might want. Again, nothing but pallet wood. Take yourself a jigsaw, cut this little pattern out here until it works with you, and then you can pump it about 5 times, hold pressure to it. You can go bleed the brakes all the way around, no problem, and not even have to take the tire off in most cases. You want to see some more basic how-tos, do-it-yourself, tool reviews, a little bit of everything in between. I'm here to help people and show you all ways to do stuff. If you like that, subscribe. When I get to 1,101 subscribers, I will be giving away some tools that I have done reviews on this channel. So hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, thumbs up, thumbs down, do your thing, and I'll see you next time.